This next run has absolutely everything. It's got zombies, it's got dragons, it's got time travel, it's got blowing up the gosh darned moon. Here to blow your gosh darned mind with this run of Der Eisendrache in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, it's SilentSR!
All right, hello everybody. My name is Silent, and yeah, we're going to be running Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies today. I'm going to be running the map Der Eisendrache, as Fletcher just said. So real quick, I'm going to hit start game, which is just going to start a countdown, and then it's going to play a cutscene, so we can just talk through the cutscene while it's playing. But joining me on couch, or commentary, however you want to call it, is King Samson. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello. I don't speedrun this game, but I do play a lot of zombies, so.
Awesome. All right, so I guess we'll just go over some brief stuff about the run. A lot of people ask me, like, how do you speedrun zombies? Isn't it just like a round-based survival game? Well, yes, that is true, but most of the maps in the series have these like intricate, like secret, like storyline quests that you just do a bunch of random steps in a specific order to like progress things within the map. So that's what we're going to be speedrunning. There's going to be a lot of seemingly random things happening, but we'll do our best to kind of explain what we're doing as we go. But I'm gonna hit skip cutscene, and we can start the run in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Samson, take it away.
All right, so to start, we're going to stay in the spawn area for a little bit, and we're going to basically farm points, which you get off the zombies. You can get them by shooting the zombies and killing the zombies. Clans can do a little optimization to save money by shooting them a few times and then knifing them, because you get the most points by knifing the zombie. And we need the points in order to open the doors, because basically to start the Easter egg, we got to get to a few areas that are behind this starting point. But also it's just kind of nice to have all the doors open in the map, since throughout the entire run we'll be running around the entire map. And then also you do need points to buy the perks and stuff. So to be marathon safe, we're going to buy Quick Revive, which if you're playing with other people, it helps you revive them faster. But when you're playing solo, it kind of gives you a self-revive, which is kind of nice, because in this run, if you do go down, it's over. But if you have a self-revive, you kind of get a second chance.
That nuke on round 1 was pretty lucky. You get 400 points from the nukes, so just a little bit of extra points to help us get out of the starting area. One little small optimization you can do is if the zombies are kind of like lined up in a row, you get 10 points every time a bullet hits a zombie, but if they're kind of in a line, you can hit multiple zombies at once and get like basically double the points off of the same bullet. So I'm going to try and do that with these ones here. All right, so yeah, ideally I need 3,500 points, so I can now end the round and leave. You need a little bit of extra points just for like safety, because I'm gonna buy a Quick Revive, like Samson said, but... So our first goal in the run is to open up the map, but there's also these 3 dragon heads around the map that they come to life when you kill zombies near them, and we have to kill about 7 zombies for them to eat. And it's pretty slow, like you have to wait through the whole animation, so we're just going to be like running in circles and killing the zombies very slowly. So I know we're pretty early into the run, but Fletcher, if you've got any updates or anything you want to share, that would be a great time.
Oh, I sure do. And Hungry Dragons, I feel like there's got to be some furry segue there. But instead, I do want to let people know that we have opened up a brand spanking new incentive. And I realized I should have had that up. But it is for the Metroid Zero mission run. If we can hit that incentive, we are going to have a bonus run of the pronunciation may differ here. Narpus Sword Zero or Narpus Sordo. It is a cheat code in the game, and it will essentially be a speedrun of the game with ridiculous energy and missiles and different ice units, like all the power-ups you can possibly conceive of. That is a fantastic reason for you to donate, and make sure that when you donate, you're putting your donation towards that incentive. You do have to manually select it to make sure we can get the Narpus Sword run.
Yeah, so each dragon eats about 7 zombies, and I've already lost count. But this might be 6 or 7. Ideally, I would kill the last one and then just like leave, so that I could like get a head start on like running to the next spot before the next round starts. But it's just like a little optimization.
I'm getting word that we need $500 to get that Metroid 1 Narpus Sword run. $500, chat. We have some time to get there, so I know you can make it happen.
I believe. But yeah, now we're on to the second dragon. So basically just the same thing, just running in circles for a little bit. I'm also picking up some parts for like a shield and activating some launch pads as I'm running through the map. The shield is going to be pretty useful. It just kind of like protects zombies if they hit you. But I'm also just like doing some more like point farming when I get a chance. Like I'm killing the zombies by meleeing them just to get as much points as I can. Because there's still like some doors that need to be opened. Also, Samson, you were right. We're playing as Nikolai.
I had a feeling.
Uh-oh.
I feel like Nikolai has some of the wildest voice lines. Another thing with these soul boxes, or that's what we call them, but if you've ever played any other Easter eggs in Call of Duty zombie maps, like they're notorious for having soul box in them, and this won't be the last one you see on this map. So this is just the start
Yeah.
of the soul boxes.
Thank you folks for your reports. We'll be right back with a bit more of Fastest First Fall Fest as our tech team helps us out here. I was trying to carry all the frames, and unfortunately, it's really hard to hold them. When you have that many frames per second, it can take a while to hold them all. For those just tuning in, you're watching Fastest First Fall Fest 2025 in support of Trans Lifeline. The mission of Trans Lifeline is to connect trans people to the community support and resources that they need to survive and they envision a world where trans people have the connection, economic security, and care that everyone needs and deserves, free of police, emergency responders, and prisons that disproportionately inflict violence and mistreatment on trans individuals. Since 2014, Trans Lifeline operators have answered over 100,000 calls from their peers, and we fully support the mission of Trans Lifeline to help and empower trans people through the power of community and shared lived experience. To learn more, please visit www.translifeline.org. Our tech team is hard at work rehabilitating those zombies, so now is a great time to make sure you stretch, hydrate, and take some care of yourself. I'm sure the zombies need to hydrate. They looked a little bit dry. Just a little bit dry. And like the eponymous dragons of Der Eisendrache, it's also a great time to grab a snack. I'm assuming that Der Eisendrache has something to do with dragons. My German is not very good though, so I might be incorrect. If I'm incorrect, feel free to correct me in a donation. My German's not so great, but we do have some folks helping us with multiple foreign language restreams, admittedly none in German, but we do have, one, Furry Rapide providing a French restream, and we also have Japanese restream for the Japanese speedrunning community. We're grateful for their help in bringing our marathon to more viewers. If these restreams can help you enjoy our event, please use the command !restream in chat for links to their respective channels. I see some cautions in chat about hydrated and dehydrated Ganon. I would like to point out that if you are already as dehydrated as Ganon, I don't care what you turn into. Please make sure you hydrate. All right, everyone, the zombies are back on their feet, and so is SilentSR. We're taking it back to Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies on Der Eisendrache.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. I will unpause in 3, 2, 1, and we can resume. Now I've really lost count because it probably is like we're probably halfway through, but I will just be careful and just wait it out. I am out of ammo, which is kind of a problem. Not actually a problem, but okay. We're good. I'm gonna actually use this double points to get some extra points while I'm at it. Insta-kill. I would like that. Alright, so round 5 is either going to be a normal zombie round, or it's going to be the first dog round, which is kind of the game's way of like breaking it up and giving you like a max ammo. Ideally, we want it to be a regular zombie round, which it looks like that's what happened. So this is actually going to be pretty nice. It basically just means that we can finish the last dragon quicker, and also the stuff that we do after this. If we do it during the dog round, it'll be a little bit more manageable without having zombies like running at us. So.
Yeah, it's also nice to have the zombies here because the dog souls do not count towards the dragon, so you can't use those to fill it up.
Yeah. Good point.
Well-known fact that dragons only eat zombies. Especially dragons who are also heads mounted on walls.
Yeah.
Brief lore question. I don't know if this is known. Are the dragons just like the heads of dragons and the rest of the dragon is behind in like a portal somewhere? Or are they just like neck up dragons?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to. If I had to guess, they're probably portals, because there are like real whole dragons in the zombies universe.
Because of course there are.
Yeah. Like the absolute most genuine way.
Oh yeah.
But I have once again lost count, so we'll just see what happens. Okay, that dragon is finished. I have lots of zombies left over, so actually I'm gonna kill them, and then I'll pick up that nuke for some extra points. So the goal of finishing all the dragons is it actually unlocks this map's wonder weapon, which is this ancient bow called the Wrath of the Ancients. It shoots like explosive arrows, and immediately we're gonna start upgrading it. So this map has 4 different upgrades for the bow. On solo, you only have to do 1, but normally you have to do 1 for each player in the game. Which I think is like probably one of my favorite things about this speedrun, but also just like zombies speedruns in general, is if I can hit this thing. What the heck? There we go.
That was weird.
A lot of zombie speedruns actually get more like complex the more like players there are. So like on this map, there's 4 different bows, each with their own upgrades. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine. On solo, we do the lightning bow, which is conveniently the quickest, but also just like overall the best bow of the 4. And it starts with us shooting these bonfires that are outside of the map. This one, there's a little bit of a visual cue to hit that one. It's really far away. Cool.
Yeah, you're usually not supposed to shoot that one from there, right?
No, that one's fair game. This one over here, you're technically supposed to open a whole another part of the map we don't have unlocked, but if we do just like an uncharged shot out of this window, you can just hit it without even seeing it. So that's like the one probably like actual like skip in the run, which is pretty cool. I'm going to take a little detour to go buy quick revive again, because that was an unfortunate death that I took just there, but so once we've shot all 3 of those bonfires, We come back underground, and there were some like squares on the ground that I was standing on earlier. When you activate all 4 of them, it turns this whole section to like anti-gravity, and we need it to be anti-gravity to run along some panels in the wall. Oh, that was not long enough. Okay. All right. I'm also going to look for the shield part because I didn't look for it earlier. It's not there, which is fine.
The shield isn't required for the speedrun, but it is helpful.
Yeah, like you might as well. So we got a wall run along these panels, and this is going to activate some urns that are around the map. They're going to become like electrified, and there's 3 of them kind of positioned pretty close to where the bonfires are. And we'll see what those are for in just a second. So I'm going to open this door, and we're going to use the teleporter. So the teleporter teleports you to like a isolated section of the map with a big rocket. And this is where you would normally supposed to come to hit that bonfire, but that's the one that we kind of like skipped. So there are these urns on the ground. This one right here is electrified. You'll notice it's another kind of like soul box thing where we kill zombies next to it and it becomes charged up. If we draw the bow next to it, it'll actually put electricity on the arrow, and we can walk over to the bonfire, and we have to shoot it again to like electrify it, and we have to repeat this for each of the 3 bonfires. That one is honestly the most scary one because sometimes that hallway, the zombies will like pile in, and it can be hard to like navigate to the end of it because when you're holding the arrow like that, you have to like walk very slowly. The game doesn't really let you run. So so you need 5 zombies for each urn. Ideally, hopefully I'll have at least 10 more zombies this round because I did have to kill a couple of them early on when I was going to buy quick revive. I also did not activate that teleport pad, which is great. I knew that was probably going to happen. That's fine, not a big deal. Those like launch pads, they have you have to activate like the spot that you land at before you can actually use it. But I'm gonna activate this other urn here, and then we'll just go back and do it. It's fine. I think while I'm taking care of this, Fletcher, if we've got anything else, feel free.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, folks, you can always show your support for the runner and other folks helping to put this marathon together by sending in your donations to Trans Lifeline. That's always !donate in chat or fastestfurs.com/donate. Tell me about how much you like zombies. Tell me about your favorite real or completely made up thing that is in Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. And I really do mean like real or made up. It's gonna sound ridiculous anyway. If you haven't seen this kind of thing before, Silent's taking us through an absolutely wild sequence of events that sound fully made up. So feel free to either be truthful or lie to me in your donations. It's all going to the great cause of Trans Lifeline. And you can even put those donations towards the Narpa Sword Run in Metroid that we have opened as our next incentive. We need $500 to get a bonus run of Metroid 1 using essentially a cheat code, quite literally a cheat code. It's going to be tons of fun.
Okay, if that worked, let's go. I had to like rush that one because the zombies were right behind me. But once we hit all 3 of those, we can put the broken arrow back into the weather vane. And it's going to basically just repair it for us. So I'm going to try to keep some zombies alive. A lot of this run, we try to keep zombies alive at specific points because we need like a bunch for like a soul box or something, but we don't want to like end the round halfway through because it just like wastes time. So this round I need 20 zombies, and I think there's usually like 25 to 30 zombies. So if I didn't kill too many of them, we might be okay. And we'll be back on track. Because later on in the run, there's going to be a point where we have to go through 4 runs like back to back, and the lower the round we're on, the just like more optimal it is. But we bring that arrow down here, put it in this box, and then we have to kill zombies in this little square by this pyramid. You'll see that their souls will go into the box. So I don't know if we got Samson's explanation because we were disconnected earlier, but. A lot of the steps, zombies is notorious for having what we call soul box steps, where you kill zombies and their souls fly into some object to power it up, because that's how that works, because of course it is. And so like this map is notorious for having a lot of soul boxes. Like the dragons, they're kind of their own soul box with a different coat of paint. This is literally just a box that you put souls in, the urns, you know. So I'm going to be careful not to end around here. Okay, so that sound effect means that the arrow is charged. and I'm gonna quickly come over here and shoot the teleporter with the unupgraded bow, and that starts like the actual like first step of the main quest. Is once you
The
have
first step?
well, technically getting the bow is like the first step, but it's like a lot of steps. Also, I need to be careful here. I want to build the shield, but I want the zombie to not hit me. You need to upgrade, like a prerequisite for doing the main quest is having a bow, and this dragon or this zombie does not want to leave me alone.
Did not want
So
you to
yeah,
build that shield.
the prerequisite for starting the main quest is having a bow upgraded. But obviously, like it's still included. Like the bows take up a lot of time. So I'm gonna build this shield because I do not want to take any risks. So I'm gonna pick up. This is the lightning bow. It's very nice. If you shoot a charge shot at the ground, it makes like a storm cloud that flies around, and it's really good for like crowd control. But essentially, what the first step is the game will spawn an electric orb somewhere on the map, or a wisp rather. And there's 8 spots. It's completely random where it spawns first. But I'm actually gonna take a detour, and I'm going to go prone in front of that machine for a free 100 points. Don't worry about it. But there are 8 spots it can spawn this wisp in, and we have to... It's basically random the first one where it will be. This is kind of bad luck, but it's fine. And once you shoot it with the bow, it will travel to one of the other 8 spots. But wherever it is when you shoot it, it's kind of like pseudo-random where it goes after that. It tends to go like either left or right. Like if you were to draw them all out like in a circle, it'd be a very bad circle. But if you connected them by like dots or something, it would go like to the left or to the right. But sometimes it also doesn't do that, so it's just kind of RNG. Like this step is one of the biggest points where like you can just save or waste a lot of time. So I got the first one there. The second one should be right there is fine. And I gotta be careful not to kill the zombie because if the round ends while you're shooting these wisps, it will reset them. So we have to do 4 of them in total, and we have to do it without ending the round. So hopefully, if it doesn't go in that room, because that room is blocked off by a door I haven't opened yet, we might get lucky here. It could still go through that door, which would be a little unfortunate, but hopefully not. I mean, I have enough points, but I'm going to have to end the round to get more points if it does. So it could go here. Nope. There's one more spot it might be. Okay, yeah, we got a little unlucky, but it's not a big deal. I actually am going to have to wait anyways because... Oh, you know what? This is awkward. I actually don't have enough points to use the teleporter. So actually, I'm going to have to just end the round. I'm going to have to go through that step again, which is fine. It's just kind of like unfortunate RNG there. I don't have enough points. So once we shoot those 4 wisps, I have to go through the teleporter, which costs 500 points. And I actually did not have enough points for that. Not a huge deal, just like unfortunate little time loss. But hopefully we'll get better luck this round. Nope.
While we're recollecting those orbs, I do want to remind folks that we have all kinds of additional fantastic runs all throughout the weekend and the pre-weekend, as I like to call it now, here at Fastest First Fall Fest 2025. Right now, you're watching Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies der Eisendrache main quest, which I'm still very curious if that's the longest of the games and categories that we have in the event so far. Then we'll be watching Metroid Zero Mission, 100% normal run by Beam Queen Soul. Afterwards today, we have Unleashed Recompiled, which is Sonic Unleashed for those unacquainted, all night stages by Labris. Then it's going to be Sonic Adventure Sonic Story, run by Witherman. The last run of the day, depending on your time zone, is going to be Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll, main world run by our very own Mr. Shasta.
Wow, this is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wisp luck here. It's literally the last one I have to check. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. That's
it wouldn't
really
be a marathon
unlucky.
if we didn't get some really rough RNG.
Right. Sometimes you gotta be careful. You'll shoot it and it won't. That still didn't work? Hello? Okay. Sometimes that one is tricky. Like, I try to shoot it from across the room, but sometimes the hitboxes can be a bit finicky. I'm gonna shoot that just to get some extra points. Here. Yeah, here we get decent luck after this. They're kind of just going sequentially of where I'm checking, which is nice. This one, if it's here, that'd be nice. Nope. It's probably the globe. All right, we're good. We're back in there. I'm gonna get a couple of extra points. I want at least 1,000 here. Okay. So, Fletcher mentioned that this run has time travel. It does indeed have time travel. How do we travel back in time? Well, shooting those electric orbs actually powers up the teleporter to send us back in time. You know, it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. So we're going to get sent back to basically the same room that we're in right now, but in a different point in time. There's a couple of things we pick up here, this little set of fuses and this big canister. But we also get introduced to Dr. Groff, who's kind of an important side character, pretty important for the storyline of this map. But we see him putting some objects in a safe, and then he's going to type a code into this safe, and I'm going to actually want to write this code down because I'm going to need it a bit later on. So, CLD. So I have a letter associated to each symbol that he types in. So this code is CLD. But after about a minute or so, we're going to get teleported back into the map. The game is going to spawn a Panzer Soldat, which are these giant robot boss zombies. The bows kind of make quick work of them, but they do also drop. The first one that you kill drops a part for a weapon called the Ragnaroks, which are these gravity spikes that you slam down on the ground. We need to build those to get into the boss fight. Also, oh, the rocket launch just went off. I wish I would have heard that before I left. So there's a random event pseudo-random event that can happen where the rocket down there can do a test launch, and I need to be down there while it's doing the test launch at least once. Although this might be fine, it'll probably happen. The cycle might line up by the next time I get down there, but those fuses that I picked up while I was back in time, I'm placing them in this death ray here. The death ray is a trap you can turn on to kill zombies. But if we turn it on after putting those fuses in, it actually turns on this computer where we can type in the code that we got from being back in time. And this is going to open that safe, so we can take out the items that we just witnessed being placed within.
Heads up, chat, we're about halfway through this run, and Metroid Zero mission is coming up right afterwards. That means that we don't have a ton of time at this point to get the Metroid 1 additional bonus run with the Narpa Sword cheat code. Make sure, get your donations in now to fastestfurs.com/donate, support Trans Lifeline, and get us more Marathon.
I want to touch on something Adam said in chat. Said it depends on your zombies playstyle. It can get very zombie heavy, but that's also part of the reason why Silent wants to do these things early in the rounds and not go up too high, because the higher you go around, the more zombies spawn. They get a little bit more difficult, and they get a little bit faster as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's very easy to get trapped. That's why the lightning bow is so crucial. But Simon's going to play SilentSR here. And he has to get the matches correct 7 times, I believe. And he has to do it on this computer and the one down by the rocket. But that's why the shield comes in handy, and this bow, because once the more zombies kind of group up on you, it's very easy to get trapped and then just get swung on and die very quickly.
I can't believe I talked about zombies and time travel and dragons in this run, but I didn't even mention Simon Says.
Right?
What kind of host am I?
So that one's done. I'm gonna have to do it basically again the same thing on this other one. I'm very prone to saying the order of the symbols and then forgetting, so I'm just gonna go on mute for this next one, but y'all feel free to just do whatever.
Absolutely. Chat, if you want to pretend to help, feel free to do so in chat. Just shout out whatever you think the symbol is, whatever's an appropriate description. Just go for it.
Yeah, Silent said he had a letter for each symbol. So the circle is obviously C. The little lightning bolt looking one we call L.
Sure.
And
Yep.
then,
One's just
and
all
then
circles, apparently.
and then the triangle one is T. Usually you go off the first 3 you see from left to right. You just memorize those ones and then just process of elimination for the last one.
I'm pretty sure these symbols are all Lucky Charms, right?
I believe so.
Okay, that's really lucky. The zombie dropped the double points, which actually can, if a zombie drops a power up, it can actually force the rocket test to happen. So that was like actually just unexpected and really lucky, and is gonna actually save a little bit of time. So when the rocket test goes off, a lever out there actually like opens up and becomes interactable. And if you interact with it and run back in this building, this terminal will become able to be interacted with, and that will give us another part of the Ragnarok wonder weapon that we need. So that was a nice little save from the game there. I appreciate that one. Like, otherwise, there would have been a chance that I would have had to just like wait, because it is technically on a timer. Every time the rocket happens, it's like 3 minutes before it can happen again. At which point, you can make a zombie drop a power up, and it will force it, or it'll just happen randomly after some amount of time. So yeah, Simon Says. We played Simon Says, and what that does
we do the
is
wisp again, right?
Everything that we've been doing so far, whether it seems like it or not, has been to power up the death ray, because there is a rocket with one of our characters heading to the moon, and we need to bring that rocket back to the map. So we power up the death ray to fire a laser beam into space, which will cause that rocket to come crashing back down into the Earth. And that will also drop a part on the ground that we have to pick up. I also have to find the wisps again. So if the wisps weren't already bad enough earlier in the run, we have to do it a second time. So I should probably work on that right now. But I'm gonna pick up this thing off the ground. I'm gonna run around and try to find these wisps and hopefully not get trolled again.
As always, chat, remember that any donation of any size is going towards a fantastic cause in Trans Lifeline to help your friendly neighborhood trans people, whether you're in the US or Canada. Exclamation point donate in chat, and make sure to select that your donation goes towards the Metroid NARPA sword run as well.
Decent wisp.
Yeah, pretty good. If it goes here, it'll be really nice, but it might go to the other room, which will be fine. Nah, a little bit unlucky. Oh well.
One thing I don't think we mentioned, it kind of just passed by, but Silent did buy Juggernog, which is a perk, and it allows you to take more hits from the zombies before being down. Because originally
that was
it's only like 3 hits, and then you go down, right?
Yeah, it's 3 hits, and then Juggernog makes it 5, so it's just for safety. Although I didn't look at how many points I had before I bought it, because if I hadn't bought it, I actually would have been fine on the Wisp earlier, because I would have had extra points. But so I kind of made my life harder by making it easier. So the thing that I picked up off the ground, I'm gonna place in this tomb, and it's gonna spawn a ghost who's gonna walk around the map. But we're about to go time travel again, so I'm gonna look at what direction he goes in, because there's 4 spots in the map he'll go to, and again, it's just random. It's kind of like the Wisps. He'll walk to one spot. And it's random, and then the order of which he goes to the other places is also random. So we'll figure it out once we get back to the present, I think. But yeah, we're back in time one more time. We picked up a key card out of that safe to put in this machine, and that's gonna let us pick up this stone slab. So yes, just random items galore. But we're in this room for about another minute. So Fletcher, the creepy, abandoned, zombie-infested castle is yours.
Oh man, just what I wanted. A creepy zombie-infested castle. Wow, you know me so well, Silent. If folks are enjoying the marathon and want to keep more fastest furs in their hearts for now and for the future, keep in mind that we have a lot of historical events, as in since 2019, not since whenever we're time traveling to. To catch up on past events, you can go to our YouTube page, which has a playlist for each marathon, and videos from this marathon will be added shortly after the event has concluded. Get subscribed now by using the command !YouTube in chat and following the link. While we're talking subscriptions, you can also use your free monthly Twitch Prime sub to subscribe to Fastest Furs or cheer us with bits. All of your subscriptions and donations go towards helping us run cool events like this one.
Alright, so that ghost that we spawned in, we basically have to find him at 4 different parts of the map. And this is just another soul box. We just have to get kills with the bow while standing in this circle that he spawns in. This is where the run deviates based on how many players you have. If you notice, like, the edges of my screen are kind of like colored blue, that matches the bow that I'm holding. If you had more players, the color of the edge of the screen would actually differ because you'd have to use a different bow for this step. But on solo, we just need the one, so it's just going to be the same. But this is where, like, you'd have to have every player, like, kind of locked in as, like, who needs to go where and win. So they're pretty neat. But this is also the part where we have to, like, basically do the entire round while standing in the circle. So this is the part, like, it's just playing through the rounds as quickly as we can.
Yeah, because each soul box here is about 20 kills, and then you do have to end the round in order to make the ghost move to the next location.
Yeah. You don't technically have to kill, like, the entire round's worth of zombies. It's just, like, 20 zombies, but, like, we might as well just end the round because it's just more optimal. Like, the bow just kills things really quickly.
And also, to make things more fun, the ghost spawns non-stop hellhounds until you finish the step. That's why you're seeing a lot more instead of just like the one round that they spawn in.
Yeah.
And thanks to our previous run, I think we know where those hellhounds came from.
Yeah.
That's actually part of the zombies lore, kind of.
Yeah.
Which, like Silent said, is not confusing at all, but...
Yeah. I might be a little bit low on points here. Hopefully we get like a double points. This is actually only the second one, so we might be fine. So ideally, I would have enough points to buy 2 more perks and also Pack-a-Punch one of my weapons, which is 10,000 points total, and I have 4,000 currently. So we'll see how that plays out. There is one perk I can skip. I'd rather not skip it if I don't have to, but we'll just see how it shakes out. I'm pretty good on ammo though. Like I got a couple max ammos, which is good. He's actually giving us pretty good luck. So he walks like in order from each place to place, but the order that he goes is random. Sometimes he'll just walk past one of the spots that he's supposed to stand at and then like backtrack across the map to go back to it. And that can be like really annoying because it's just like free time loss that is out of your control. This one's actually fine. He's kind of just going in order around the map. So pretty good.
Thank you so much, Ian Keith, for this $5 donation that is going towards the bonus Metroid 1 Narpa Sordo run. They say, I was told there were dragons. And not a real password either. I demand both. I've got my train ticket to dragon passwords. That's what we're doing, right? Thank you, Ian Keith.
Alright, this double points is going to help a little bit. I also did forget, I do need to activate the death ray one more time. I'm missing one part of the Ragnarok's weapon that I mentioned. When you power up the death ray, it will actually spawn the last part in the air somewhere. And we have to use one of the launch pads to actually hit it. And I forgot to grab it the last time. So it does cost 1,000 points to turn on the death ray. But it should be fine. I'm also gonna kill that Panzer Soldat. I gotta be careful not to kill too many zombies here, but I want to kill that boss zombie because he will be mean to me. But yeah, like none of my kills count right now because the ghost hasn't finished walking, so hopefully that will have been enough. I actually also do need to use the Goblet machine while I'm here.
Okay. You probably didn't see it, but Silent, right where the ghost was standing, Silent did place that slab he picked up when he went back in time the second time.
Oh
That's why
my
we go
gosh.
back, is to pick up that part in order to be able to do this.
Yeah, so all of the like locations that this ghost stands at, there's a stone slab on the wall that is actually what is like absorbing the zombie souls, and one of them is missing one. And so like when this map first came out, it was kind of like people were getting trolled because they're like, why isn't it working? But like then they quickly realized, oh, we're missing a stone on the wall. Okay, so I didn't kill enough zombies. It's fine. We just have to play through one more round. It's actually kind of nice because I do need more points. So this will work out. It's just a little bit of time loss. But I'm going to buy this shotgun off the wall. I'm also going to buy double tap because it's going to be very good for the boss fight.
Which this is the last step before the boss fight. That's why
Yeah,
Planet wants to get points and upgrade. Kind of gearing up for the boss fight.
yeah.
That also means there's not much time left in this run to show your support for the Metroid 1 Narpa Sorta run, much like Blue Woozle did with their $5 donation. Thank you, Blue Woozle. As always, you can put an exclamation point donate in chat to get a link and donate directly to helping out Trans Lifeline.
I'm pretty good on ammo, which is pretty nice. A lot of times I'll be low on ammo going into the boss fight, but this is looking pretty nice. And I have plenty of points now, so it actually worked out. So yeah, once you finish all 4 spots where he goes, I don't know what else to call it, he becomes like a real, not person, because he's definitely not a person, but
I'm a real boy!
a real alien creature being. He's gonna walk. Oh my god! I still did not pick up that part. It probably despawned by now. It's fine. I'll just do it again. I have plenty of points. I don't think it's, yeah, it definitely despawned. So I gotta wait for this to deactivate. But actually, what I can do while that's happening. I can meet him down here. This starts like a minute of dialogue. So I've got like, no zombies will spawn during this, so I can just kind of freely run around and do stuff. So I'm going to pack a bunch of the shotgun, which is 5,000 points, and then I need
just like an upgrade. Makes it stronger.
Yeah. I need 200 more points, which I can get that. So I gotta find where this one is. Over here, I think. Yeah, so that part's floating up in the sky. I have to use this launch pad. Cool. Now I can build it right here on this table. And then...
And this item is required to get to the boss fight. But it's also very strong. It's pretty strong. It helps against the zombies.
Oh, I also need the gumball, so hopefully I'll get lucky here. Yeah, good.
Nice.
I want this blue gumball called Danger Closest, which negates explosive damage. In the boss fight, there's a lot of those robot zombies that shoot like stun grenades at you, which if you didn't have this gumball, when you get hit by those, it like disorients you, your screen becomes all blurry, and you can't really move. So it's very easy to just like get hit by a bunch of those, and then like you're just done basically. So getting that gumball is going to make the fight a lot more consistent. I'm also going to buy speed cola here, and we're basically good for the boss fight now.
I also appreciate your efforts to spare us having to see those particle effect stun locks as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let them actually break my shield real quick so I can pick up a new one, and then we'll be in the boss fight. Come on. Okay. So to get into the boss fight, we use those Ragnaroks, we pull them out, we put them on the ground, and then that will teleport us into the boss fight. So the boss fight is pretty simple. It's got 3 phases that are all about the same. The boss is the ghost that we've been following around. He's now angry, and he's going to try to, yeah. So he's got basically 2 attacks. One of them is he will send these skulls flying down at us, which we can shoot to make them despawn. That's probably the more annoying of the 2. The other one is he will make these like fire mounds on the ground that, you know, if we just avoid them, they don't do much. But if we happen to run through them, we take like a little bit of damage. But we're waiting for him to do his third attack, which is he'll go into the center of the stage and make this electric ball, and then we pull out those Ragnaroks and place them on the ground underneath him. And that's going to expose like a weak spot on his chest, and we can shoot him with the bow. And this is how we actually like damage him. So there's basically just 3 phases of that. The scary part of this boss fight is what happens in between phases, where he spawns in a bunch of those robot zombies from earlier. So I'm gonna try to focus here for a minute.
One thing we didn't mention about the Ragnaroks, the things he slams on the ground, is they're kind of like an ultimate ability. And so after you use them, they have to kind of recharge. So you have to get zombies so that in between phases, he kind of wants to kill as many zombies as he can to get those charged back up. Because that's the only way to counter that electric ball attack. Because if he doesn't stop it, then it's like almost like a one-hit KO type thing.
Okay, that was pretty good. I played it a little safe. But now he's back, and we just have to do essentially the same thing, but 2 more times. So he does get a little more aggressive as the phases. Like now he's doing that fire attack, and it's kind of going around the entire arena, and he'll start spawning like more skulls flying down when he does that attack. But it's not too bad. Like we have the bow is pretty great for crowd control. We just like shoot it at the ground, and we don't even have to worry about it. But yes, I do need to make sure that my Ragnaroks are charged, which I just realized that they aren't. But yeah, it's pretty rare to like not get enough charge off of it when he does the next attack. Like, I think I've only had it happen like once in the whole like last month that I've been practicing this run, so pretty unlikely. But we get 1 more damage phase here, and then I'm gonna focus again for the next wave of robot zombies.
While Silent is focusing, that's a great time to get in more donations for Trans Lifeline, our charity that we're supporting here with Fastest Furs Fall Fest 2025. As always, you can put !donate in chat, or you can go directly to fastestfurs.com/donate to help this tremendous cause. And if you're looking for more ways to stretch out your donation, you can always put it towards the incentive of the Metroid 1 Narpus Sword run that we have as an option for after the Metroid Zero mission run. That is going to be an additional run of a different Metroid game after your first Metroid. So Metroid fans, you have every reason to donate, and I also have every reason for the word Metroid to have lost all meaning. It's a lot of Metroids.
All right, and we're good. So that's the last wave of the robot zombies. We're kind of just in like the victory lap now. We just have 1 more phase of him stalling before we defeat him for good. I do have to be a little careful. It's pretty unlikely, but those skulls, like if you don't see them and they sneak up on you, they actually do a lot of damage. But he's gonna, of course, just keep sending them at me. All right. 1 more. So we're gonna get teleported back into the map. We're not quite done yet. We have 1 last thing. We are going to pick up the summoning key, which is this orb from the pyramid. And then we are going to run outside and interact with that computer terminal from earlier one more time. And this is going to start like a 45-second little piece of dialogue, also a little cutscene. We get to see a lot of rockets being sent off that are going to blow up the moon, as Fletcher mentioned at the start of the run.
They're gonna blow up the moon?
I mean, no, of course not. What? Who said that?
Who would do that?
Of course, who would do that? The screen is going to flash white briefly, so I better put on some sunglasses. But yeah, so time is going to come up pretty soon. There's going to be like an actual cutscene that starts playing after this, so I'll call it out when it happens. But
Did you bring enough sunglasses for chat?
I don't think I did.
Any sunglasses in chat? Do we have any cool people in chat? Of course we have cool people in chat. This is Fastest First. We have cool people for days.
All right, and time.
Woo! Chat, let's
right.
hear it for SilentSR!
I should hope so.
And all of the wild stuff that really did just happen in Call of Duty Black
Of
Ops 3
course.
Zombies.
Yes, thank you, Fletcher. I don't have many shoutouts. Like, if you want, you can find me at twitch.tv/SilentSR. Thank you, Samson, for commentating. Obviously, thank you, Fletcher, for being a good host. Shout out to Kai and Lo-Fi, two of my friends that I play zombies with a lot. And shout out to Sephi Fox, who ran Black Ops 4 Zombies at FWA. That was like the inspiration, seeing that run, to like pick up this game again and submit it to Fall Fest. So that's about all I have, I think. So
Thank you.
let's keep
Samson,
raising
do you have
money
some shoutouts
for
you'd care to make?
Trans rights. Yeah, also Samson, please.
I would just say shout out to Fastest First for hosting this event, and to Rad Ringtail and Silent for always being super kind to me. I remember joining the Tuning Speedrun Discord, and they had no idea who I was, but they're always just super, super kind. So always appreciative
Absolutely.
for that.
Yeah, shout out Rad. Shout out Tunic. Tunic's the game that I speedrun the most, completely unrelated to this game. But would you believe it if I said that I like this game for the same reason that I like Tunic? Don't worry about it. Yeah, secrets, that's what they're all about. Anyways, I believe I'm done here. So thank you so much, everybody. And Tunk. That's what I'll leave you with.
All right, thank you, Silent. Thank you, Samson. As always, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies is absolutely wild, and I thoroughly enjoyed going through that with everyone.